Have you ever wondered how the choices you make today can impact your health and happiness in the years to come? If you're between the ages of 65 and 75, or know someone who is, you're at a crucial turning point in life, one that could shape your future in ways you never expected. The habits you adopt during this golden age of longevity play a pivotal role in determining how healthy, independent, and joyful your later years will be. In this video, we're diving into life-changing habits that could either help or hinder your well-being as you grow older. You'll discover simple yet powerful practices that can extend your life and elevate your quality of life. From making better health choices to managing your finances, maintaining independence, and fostering meaningful relationships, these tips can empower you to take control of your future. Stay with us until the end, because we'll reveal crucial insights that could save you from making common mistakes that shorten lifespans and compromise independence. Plus, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to live your later years with vitality, security, and peace of mind. Don't miss out on these practical strategies that could truly transform your life and well-being. Keep watching for tips that can make your golden years truly shine. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. Part 1. Embark on a transformative journey that will unveil life-changing habits, leading to a healthier, more joyful old age. Are you between the ages of 65 and 75, or perhaps you care deeply for someone in this precious stage of life? This golden era of longevity is not merely a time to reflect on the past. It is a defining period that has the power to shape the years that lie ahead. While many seniors may believe that the busier chapters of life are behind them, the truth is that hidden, everyday habits, seemingly insignificant, could be quietly eroding their health and vitality. Imagine, for a moment, unknowingly engaging in simple routines that, over time, contribute to a slow decline in well-being, leaving you more dependent on others as the years pass. Now, picture the contrast. The incredible freedom and independence that come from living a life brimming with health and vitality, where each day is filled with energy, joy, and a sense of purpose. Taking control of your habits isn't just about adding more years to your life. It's about infusing those years with an abundance of zest, enthusiasm, and a deep sense of fulfillment. Every choice you make today has the potential to either uplift or silently diminish the quality of your future. Are you curious about which everyday practices to adopt and which ones to avoid to preserve your health and well-being? Keep listening as we dive into transformative tips that will not only extend your lifespan but, more importantly, enrich it with purpose and vitality. As we reflect on the lives of seniors who live beyond the age of 75, we find that many of them continue to work or remain active during the critical years between 65 and 75. Those who cherish life and are committed to their health remain focused on maintaining a beautiful, balanced lifestyle that will ensure their later years are filled with meaning and contentment. Dear friends, as you stand on the threshold of the 65 to 75 age range, it is easy to fall into the illusion of enjoying a leisurely phase of life, an image of peace and relaxation. But few truly recognize that, amid this phase, the habits we adopt each day can subtly undermine our health and longevity. Those small, familiar activities, which seem harmless at the moment, may very well be the silent culprits behind deteriorating health and the gradual loss of independence. There is no greater treasure in life than knowing how to take care of your health and being able to rely on yourself. Even the people we love most, our children, will eventually have their own lives to lead, leaving us to navigate our golden years with a sense of self-sufficiency. As the old saying goes, maintaining your health and independence is the greatest asset you can have in your later years. When we are self-reliant, we not only enjoy better physical health but also preserve the freedom to live life on our terms, with dignity and joy. This is the true gift of old age, an age that, with the right mindset and habits, can not just survive, but thrive. 1. Don't rely on fortune-telling. There's an ancient saying that resonates with profound truth. 3 parts are determined by heaven, 7 parts by effort. This powerful wisdom reminds us that our lives are not entirely governed by fate or some cosmic force, but are, in reality, shaped by the choices we make, the actions we take, and the mindset we cultivate. For the elderly, the years may feel uncertain, filled with worries about health, the future, and what lies ahead. But rather than seeking comfort in the vague and often misleading predictions of fortune-tellers, there is a far more meaningful path to follow. A path of self-care, vitality, and peace of mind. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Instead of pouring precious time and hard-earned money into mystical readings, it is far more enriching to invest in what truly matters: your health and mental well-being. For many older adults, anxiety about growing older can cloud their hearts, leading them to seek answers in places that offer no real substance. But true longevity, true health, doesn't come from relying on fate. It comes from the decisions we make every day. It comes from embracing a lifestyle grounded in balanced nutrition, regular physical activity, and nurturing a calm, peaceful mind. In a world filled with distractions and uncertainties, it is in cultivating a life of joy and positivity that we unlock the deepest sense of peace and fulfillment. Surrounding ourselves with loved ones, building meaningful relationships, and embracing each moment with gratitude and joy, these are the true keys to a long, happy, and healthy life. No horoscope, no crystal ball, can offer what a life well-lived can. The real power lies in your hands. By taking charge of your well-being, embracing a positive outlook, and fostering genuine connections, you can experience the serene, healthy old age you deserve. So, step away from the fortune teller's door, and instead, walk toward the life you can shape with intention and love. 2. Move carefully and avoid climbing high. As we age, our bodies undergo gradual but undeniable changes that can significantly affect our strength and flexibility. Simple tasks that were once second nature, like climbing or even moving quickly, can become treacherous, posing a real risk of injury. The truth is, the consequences of a single fall can be devastating, often resulting in fractures, sprains, or worse, long-term immobility that can strip away independence. The pain and suffering caused by such accidents are only compounded by the emotional toll on the individual and their loved ones. A fall doesn't just affect the elderly person but creates a heavy burden for their family, who may find themselves forced to step into caregiving roles that demand immense time, energy, and emotional labor. This shift can alter the dynamics of family life, leading to stress and exhaustion for everyone involved. To protect against these risks, older adults must approach physical movement with great care. Caution becomes their best ally, helping them to avoid unnecessary strain and minimize the possibility of accidents. It's equally important to create a safe and supportive living environment, one where dangers like slippery floors, loose rugs, or cluttered pathways are eliminated. Taking small yet impactful steps such as installing grab bars, using mobility aids, or simply opting to stay close to the ground can make all the difference. These proactive measures are more than just physical precautions. They are acts of love and self-preservation, preserving both physical health and the emotional well-being of those we cherish. By embracing safety and remaining mindful of their body's limitations, older adults can continue to lead fulfilling, independent lives while protecting their health, their stability, and the precious connections they hold dear. 3. Accumulate wealth for old age. As we journey through life, the passage of time inevitably brings change, and with it, a gradual decline in our ability to earn. As we age, our financial stability becomes more fragile, making the importance of building wealth for the future all the more crucial. Accumulating wealth is not just about having enough money to meet daily needs. It's about securing a sense of peace and dignity, providing a safety net for the unexpected challenges that often accompany growing older. Money becomes a lifeline when health begins to falter. It ensures not only our ability to care for ourselves, but also the freedom to maintain independence in a world that can sometimes feel less accommodating. Without proper savings or pension plans, the weight of medical expenses can be overwhelming, leading to feelings of vulnerability and helplessness. There is an indescribable pain that comes with not being able to afford the care you need, which can cause anxiety and emotional turmoil. Worse yet, the absence of financial resources may leave you feeling neglected, isolated, and dependent on others in ways that rob you of your self-worth. Financial independence is more than a practical concern. It is a shield against the emotional and relational strain that can arise when we are forced to rely on loved ones for financial support. The fear of burdening children or family members with the weight of your care can sow seeds of tension and even resentment, leaving you and your loved ones in a constant state of worry. However, by planning and saving early, investing wisely, and carefully managing your expenses, you can safeguard your future. This preparation is not just about money. It's about securing a future where you can age with dignity, free from the suffocating anxiety of financial insecurity. It's about ensuring that your later years are filled with peace, comfort, and the freedom to make choices without the cloud of worry hanging overhead. Financial foresight is the key to unlocking a retirement that is not only comfortable but also full of joy, security, and the reassurance that your needs will be met with grace, allowing you to enjoy the golden years of your life with the dignity you deserve. 4. Don't overwork yourself. Your health is your most precious asset, and as we grow older, it becomes increasingly vital to protect and nurture it. For older adults, the aging process brings inevitable changes. The once boundless energy gradually fades, fatigue and pain become more frequent companions, and recovery from even the smallest exertion takes longer. Between the ages of 65 and 75, the body's natural resilience begins to decline, and the toll of daily life starts to weigh heavier. In this delicate stage of life, it's easy to fall into the trap of pushing yourself too hard, convinced that you can still handle the same workload as in your younger years. However, this mindset can be perilous. Overworking yourself in later years is not just a physical strain, it is a silent threat to your overall well-being. The constant strain on your body can lead to debilitating health problems that rob you of your vitality and joy. When seniors push beyond their limits, they open the door to life-altering conditions such as heart disease, joint problems, and even strokes. The body, once a reliable machine, can no longer endure the relentless demands placed on it. Ignoring the need for rest only exacerbates the damage, leaving the spirit drained and the body in desperate need of healing. Understanding your limits is not a sign of weakness. It's a profound act of self-love and respect. Seniors must listen to the whispers of their bodies and recognize when it's time to slow down. Work habits should evolve to fit the needs of an aging body, embracing lighter, more manageable tasks instead of the heavy, physically taxing labor of youth. The art of balancing activity and rest is a crucial element in preserving not only physical health but also emotional peace and mental clarity. By embracing this balance, seniors can savor the richness of life's later years, enjoying each day with a sense of fulfillment and well-being, free from the burdens of overexertion. 5. Don't be overly frugal. As we age, particularly after a life filled with challenges and hardships, there can be a natural tendency to hold tightly onto every penny, a deep-rooted desire to never waste, and an overwhelming urge to save in case of unforeseen times. For many older adults, this manifests in avoiding the luxury of spending on themselves, rejecting the idea of treating themselves to a warm, comforting meal or purchasing new clothes that bring them comfort. Sometimes, they'll even cling to the idea of stretching leftovers, not out of necessity, but from an ingrained belief that anything beyond frugality is wasteful. But as time moves on, old age isn't just a phase to survive. It is a precious opportunity to finally enjoy the fruits of a lifetime's labor, to cherish the moments that were once sacrificed in the pursuit of responsibilities. This is a time to embrace life with all its rich pleasures, to invest in one's well-being, and to allow oneself the simple joys that once seemed indulgent or unnecessary. A nourishing meal, clothes that make you feel confident and comfortable, or new experiences that bring laughter and joy, these are not mere luxuries. They are vital elements that elevate the human spirit and enhance the quality of life. Extreme frugality can be an insidious burden, particularly if it results in poor choices, eating subpar food that lacks nutrients or neglecting one's health and comfort in the name of penny pinching. Over time, these decisions can erode both physical and emotional well-being. It's not about abandoning responsibility. It's about embracing balance. After all, when we pass from this world, we cannot take our money or possessions with us. What we can take is the joy we've cultivated, the relationships we've nurtured, and the memories we've made. So, why not embrace the pleasures of life that may have been put off for years? Older adults deserve to revel in moments of indulgence, feel the warmth of self-care, and live with the freedom to enjoy all the beauty life still has to offer. Spend wisely, yes, but don't forget to treat yourself from time to time. Allowing yourself to savor these joys is the key to a fulfilling, enriching, and truly happy later life. 6. Keep your old home. A home is much more than just a roof over your head. It's a deeply cherished sanctuary, brimming with a lifetime's worth of memories, each corner echoing with moments of joy, sorrow, laughter, and love. It offers more than just physical shelter. It provides comfort, security, and an unshakable sense of belonging. For older individuals, living in a house filled with the familiar sights and sounds of the past is not just about nostalgia. It is about peace. It's the quiet reassurance of knowing where everything is, the warmth of every room, and the feeling of safety in spaces that have held their stories for decades. These walls have seen them through the highs and lows, the milestones and the quiet moments of life. The connection to this home is profound, offering a sense of stability and a retreat from the overwhelming world outside. However, in today's fast-paced world, older individuals often face pressure from their children to sell their beloved homes and move into a new living situation, perhaps in a shared home or a different residence altogether. While this suggestion may come from a place of love and concern, it can be incredibly disorienting and emotionally overwhelming. The idea of giving up the place that has been a foundation for so long can feel like a loss of autonomy, a surrender of independence. It can create an overwhelming sense of helplessness, as if their life is no longer truly their own, but rather controlled by the decisions of others. The freedom that comes with living in a space where they've made countless memories, and where they still find solace in the simplicity of daily routines, is irreplaceable. As the saying goes, parents have their things, underscoring the vital need for older adults to maintain their personal space, an irreplaceable part of their identity and dignity. It's not just about physical shelter, it's about preserving the ability to make decisions, to live in an environment where they feel grounded, in control, and at peace with themselves. Selling the family home may seem like an easy solution, but it's important to understand the deep emotional and psychological implications of such a change. It's not just about a physical move, it's about a potential shift in one's sense of self and security. Therefore, before making any decisions, older individuals must carefully consider the weight of what it truly means to leave their homes behind. They should take the time to reflect on their safety, emotional well-being, and long-term happiness, understanding that no one knows their needs better than they do themselves. It's crucial to take control of their narrative and not allow external pressures to dictate such a personal and significant transition. Keeping their home isn't just about holding onto a place. It's about holding onto their life, their history, and their sense of self. They deserve the space to make these decisions with the same care and respect they've given to others throughout their lives. 7. Avoid unnecessary health products. In today's consumer-driven world, the market is inundated with a bewildering array of health products, each promising miraculous improvement, from dietary supplements that claim to extend life expectancy to home medical gadgets that boast to revolutionize wellness. It's overwhelming, the sheer number of options that flood the shelves, each shouting louder than the last about how it can transform your health, vitality, and future. However, the painful truth is that not all of these products live up to the promises they make. Too often, they are little more than cleverly crafted marketing schemes, designed to capitalize on fear and hope, offering little more than empty promises with no real benefits. For older adults, whose health might already be in decline, the temptation to cling to these promises can be particularly overwhelming. With the weight of aging and the fragility of health weighing heavily on their minds, many can easily fall victim to the flashy advertisements that make it seem as though one miracle product could restore the vitality of youth. The allure is strong, especially when the promise of health feels like a fleeting dream. Sadly, the reality is that many of these so-called wonder products are simply a drain on precious resources, both emotional and financial. The vast amounts of money spent on these items, often in the hopes of regaining health, can quickly become a source of regret, leading to not only wasted funds but also mounting financial stress. The truth is, true wellness doesn't come in a pill or gadget. Rather, it thrives in the basics: a well-balanced diet rich in the nutrients our bodies need, regular physical activity that keeps the body agile and the mind clear, and routine medical checkups to catch any issues before they snowball into something more serious. These are the cornerstones of a healthy lifestyle: foundational, steady, and reliable. Rather than chasing after every new health trend that promises the world but delivers little, older adults should embrace the power of consistency and simplicity. By prioritizing these time-tested methods, they can ensure their well-being without the added burden of purchasing unnecessary and unproven products. The most profound form of self-care is not in the latest gimmick. It is in the daily choices we make to honor and nurture our bodies, mind, and spirit. 8. Don't argue with your partner at an advanced age. As we age, the significance of a life partner reaches a level of unparalleled depth and meaning. Once children have grown up and ventured into their own lives, it is the partner who stands as the steadfast, unwavering companion, sharing in the quiet moments of everyday life and offering the solace and support that only time and deep connection can cultivate. In this later chapter of life, the bond between partners becomes a lifeline, both emotionally and physically. However, when conflicts and arguments arise, they do far more than simply create temporary emotional upheaval. They sow seeds of tension that affect not only the heart but also the body, elevating stress levels that can erode health, mood, and overall well-being. At an advanced age, it is even more crucial to recognize that our partner is not just a spouse. They are our confidant, our haven, and our strongest ally. The years spent together have created a shared history, a wellspring of memories that carry us through life's inevitable challenges. Instead of allowing arguments to undermine this sacred bond, older individuals should embrace patience, understanding, and open-hearted communication. These are the qualities that keep the foundation of a relationship solid and nurturing, creating a sanctuary of peace amid the storms that life may bring. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The phrase old couple should never be dismissed as a simple label, but rather celebrated as a profound reminder of the irreplaceable companionship between two souls who have walked together over time. In our later years, it is this companionship that serves as the deepest well of comfort, the steady presence we rely on for emotional grounding and unconditional support. It's in these moments that we come to understand that the greatest treasure we can share is not material wealth, but the gift of peace, kindness, and unwavering support. By fostering this harmony, we ensure that the golden years of life are not only lived, they are embraced, cherished, and filled with profound joy and fulfillment. 9. Be cautious about remarrying due to loneliness. Loneliness, that aching void that creeps in during the quiet moments, is a deeply human experience, especially as we grow older. It is all too easy to mistake this longing for connection as a call to rush into remarriage, but such a decision is fraught with complexities that can easily be overlooked. In the later years of life, embarking on a second marriage can seem like a beacon of hope, a chance to find solace in companionship once again. However, this path is often more treacherous than it first appears. The foundation of any new relationship built in later years is often shaky, as both individuals have long-established habits, routines, and personal histories that are difficult to merge seamlessly. The baggage of past marriages, particularly when children from previous relationships are involved, can stir up conflicts that complicate the blending of lives. Financial stress, disagreements over responsibilities, and the intricacies of family dynamics can quickly turn a seemingly happy union into a source of anxiety and tension. While the idea of remarriage may seem comforting, it can also bring unnecessary complications that are often harder to navigate when the weight of age bears down on the heart. Rather than succumbing to the pressure of finding another partner to fill the void, older individuals have the opportunity to find profound fulfillment in other, equally meaningful relationships. Friendships, for example, can offer an abundance of warmth, support, and companionship without the entanglements that come with marriage. The connection with grandchildren can also be a source of unparalleled joy and comfort, offering moments of pure love, playfulness, and deep emotional bonding. The decision to remarry should not be motivated solely by the fear of loneliness or the fleeting desire for companionship, but rather by a deeply rooted understanding of what is truly needed for one's happiness and emotional well-being. True emotional fulfillment comes from the heart, not out of desperation, and finding peace in one's own company or the nurturing of close, platonic relationships can often bring more satisfaction than a marriage entered into hastily. The wisdom of age teaches that genuine connections are far more rewarding than seeking out a quick fix for loneliness, and that sometimes the most meaningful relationships are the ones that exist outside the confines of marriage. 10. Avoid moving to nursing homes if possible. For many elderly individuals, the idea of transitioning to a nursing home may initially seem like a necessary solution, especially when frailty and the inability to manage daily tasks take hold. However, the reality of life in a nursing home often falls far short of the warmth, comfort, and emotional support that the elderly truly need. While nursing homes are designed to provide specialized care, they are not always equipped to offer the deep, personal connections that make us feel truly at home. Instead, many older adults face overwhelming feelings of loneliness, disconnection, and isolation. The once familiar world of family, friends, and cherished memories is replaced with cold, sterile surroundings where one's individuality can become blurred, lost in the shuffle of routine care and the constant presence of strangers. For countless elderly people, this loss of personal identity, coupled with the absence of a loving family presence, can fuel a deep sense of sadness and even depression. The disorienting shift to an unfamiliar environment can leave them longing for the comforting embrace of their own home, where the walls hold memories of a lifetime and where their loved ones can be near, offering reassurance and affection. It's in this familiar space, surrounded by the sights, sounds, and scents that once defined a lifetime, that an elderly person can truly feel safe, valued, and connected. Furthermore, despite the best intentions of staff in nursing homes, the reality is that some facilities struggle to meet the unique needs of each resident. This can lead to neglect or a feeling of being forgotten, as caregivers are often stretched thin and unable to provide the personal attention that each individual deserves. In these settings, some elderly individuals may feel invisible, their voices unheard, and their needs unmet. On the other hand, the option to stay in the home where a lifetime of memories was created provides an unparalleled sense of security. Surrounded by the love of family and familiar faces, elderly individuals are far more likely to thrive emotionally and mentally. If staying at home is a viable option, hiring home caregivers can be a compassionate and practical alternative, allowing the elderly to remain in a space where they feel loved, cherished, and at peace. A caregiver can offer not just physical care, but a sense of companionship and dignity, ensuring that every day is filled with the comfort and attention that every human deserves in their later years. Staying home is not just a matter of physical care, but a profound choice to honor the emotional well-being and happiness of the elderly. 11. Maintain relationships with colleagues and friends. As retirement approaches, the connections once held dear with colleagues and friends in the workplace often begin to fade, as the rhythm of daily work life naturally comes to an end. The bonds that were once formed through shared goals, projects, and daily interactions gradually lose their intensity, slipping into the background as each person takes their unique path. It's an inevitable and bittersweet transformation, where life shifts, and people, each with their dreams, desires, and circumstances, drift in different directions. While these relationships may no longer hold the same prominence, it doesn't diminish their value or the memories created. Embracing the passage of time with grace is essential for peace of mind. Understanding that every phase of life has its season, where connections ebb and flow, helps to free the heart from clinging to the past. The friendships that once brought comfort and joy may no longer be as central, but the importance lies in recognizing this natural evolution. Instead of lamenting lost connections, older adults are encouraged to focus on the present, nurturing those relationships that truly matter now, whether they be with family members who offer unconditional love or a select circle of close friends who share your current values and experiences. By allowing space for these deeper, more meaningful relationships to flourish, individuals can shed the burden of regret, embracing instead the gift of peace. This shift in focus doesn't just alleviate stress. It fosters a profound sense of fulfillment and joy, allowing one to cultivate a life that is rich in love, connection, and tranquility. In the golden years, the relationships that sustain us are often those that bring us closest to ourselves and our truest sense of belonging. 12. If you don't understand something, wait until tomorrow. Life often presents us with moments of profound uncertainty, especially as we age. These challenges, whether emotional, financial, or health-related, can evoke feelings of stress, confusion, or even dread. It's in these moments, when everything seems overwhelming, that the wisdom of patience becomes invaluable. The old saying, where there's a mountain, there's a wave, teaches us that, just as the ocean's waves rise and fall, life's trials too ebb and flow. Sometimes, the most powerful thing we can do is simply wait. In the rush of modern life, it's easy to feel pressured into making snap decisions. But hasty reactions often cloud our judgment, leading us to act impulsively and regret it later. For older adults especially, stress can be a dangerous companion, eating away at both mental and physical health. When faced with a complex problem, it's important to take a deep breath and give yourself the grace to pause. Allowing time for your thoughts to settle like sand in water brings clarity, helping you see things with fresh eyes. Solutions have a way of presenting themselves when we give ourselves the gift of patience. Instead of letting worry tighten your chest or rob you of your peace, permit yourself to rest. Relax, knowing that with each passing moment, the fog will lift, and a clearer path will emerge. This practice isn't just about making better decisions. It's about nurturing your well-being. By resisting the urge to immediately react, you shield your heart and mind from unnecessary strain, fostering a sense of calm. This mindful approach to life doesn't just preserve your energy, it helps you build resilience, allowing you to navigate later years with grace, serenity, and a lighter spirit. 13. Avoid flaunting your wealth to relatives. Money and wealth, while undeniably powerful, are also fraught with emotional weight, especially within the confines of family. The act of excessively flaunting one's financial success can be a spark that ignites the fires of jealousy, resentment, and even open conflict. It's a bitter truth that when financial discussions enter the family dynamic, what should be a source of unity can quickly become a breeding ground for discord. Too often, the sharing of wealth, whether intentional or not, can create chasms between those who should be closest. Relatives may feel slighted, overlooked, or even threatened, and the ripple effects of these emotions can strain relationships for years to come. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Older adults, having likely experienced the nuances of life's challenges, understand the precariousness of financial matters within families. Therefore, it's crucial to approach the topic of wealth with sensitivity and discretion. Revealing the full extent of one's assets can inadvertently lead to feelings of inadequacy or entitlement in others, which may spiral into resentment or a sense of competition. To protect not only your wealth but also the integrity of your family bonds, it's often wiser to maintain an air of modesty and share financial information only when necessary. By doing so, you not only preserve the sanctity of familial relationships but also safeguard the peace and unity that should define them. Keeping financial matters private, unless required for practical reasons, helps shield loved ones from unnecessary envy or misunderstandings. It ensures that love and connection remain the focal points of your family's interactions, instead of the invisible barriers created by material wealth. In this way, wealth remains a tool for personal security, not a wedge between those who matter most. 14. Maintain good relationships with neighbors. Maintaining strong and meaningful relationships with neighbors is not just a matter of convenience. It is a vital thread in the fabric of our well-being, particularly as we grow older. There's an old saying that resonates deeply: a good neighbor is worth more than gold. This timeless wisdom speaks to the profound importance of these connections, especially as we age. As time passes and physical limitations may increase, many older adults find themselves spending more time within the comforting walls of their homes. In this context, the relationships we cultivate with those who live around us become invaluable. Neighbors are often the first to offer a helping hand when emergencies arise. Whether it's rushing to call for medical assistance during a fall, offering a kind smile and a listening ear in times of need, or even assisting with simple, yet meaningful tasks like unlocking doors or helping carry groceries inside. But the benefits of a good neighborly bond extend far beyond mere practicalities. When neighbors share mutual respect and genuine care for each other, a warm and welcoming atmosphere naturally flourishes. This connection enriches the emotional environment, brightening spirits and instilling a sense of joy that might otherwise be absent in solitary living. In contrast to the loneliness that can often accompany aging, the simple acts of exchanging greetings, offering assistance with everyday chores, or sharing a cup of tea can transform isolation into companionship. These small, thoughtful gestures are not only an investment in your safety and security but also a way to fill your heart with the comfort and peace of knowing that you are part of a larger community. Cultivating these bonds reduces the pain of solitude, offering a precious antidote to loneliness, and ultimately enhances the quality of life, turning the ordinary into something extraordinary. 15. Go outside with proper lighting. As we age, the inevitable changes in our physical health and abilities become more apparent, and one of the most significant challenges is the decline in our vision, especially in dim or low-light environments. Navigating through darkness can feel like a silent battle, where every step carries a potential risk. The simple act of moving through poorly lit spaces becomes fraught with dangers, such as tripping over unseen obstacles, stumbling into furniture, or even suffering life-altering falls. For older adults, these falls are not just inconvenient. They can be catastrophic, often leading to broken bones, sprains, and fractures, which may result in prolonged recovery periods and diminished mobility. Such accidents don't only cause physical pain, they also rob individuals of their independence, creating a sense of vulnerability and fear. To protect yourself and maintain the confidence to move freely, it's essential to ensure your environment is well lit. The safety measures you take now will help preserve not only your physical well-being but also your peace of mind. When stepping outside during the evening or at night, it's crucial to make sure that there is enough light to guide your path. Whether it's turning on external lights, using motion sensors, or carrying a small flashlight, these simple actions can make a world of difference. They don't just prevent accidents, they create an environment where you can move without hesitation, feeling secure and grounded. This attention to lighting, though small in the grand scheme of things, can have an immeasurable impact on an older adult's sense of safety, confidence, and overall well-being. By ensuring that you can see clearly, you allow yourself to move with purpose, avoiding unnecessary dangers and continuing to live with the independence you deserve. 16. Don't compare yourself to others. It's completely human to find yourself measuring your life against those around you, but the relentless act of comparison is a path paved with frustration, disappointment, and sorrow. Every single person walks their unique path, shaped by a mix of personal experiences, circumstances, and capabilities that are entirely theirs. As time passes, we all will inevitably face changes in our health, financial situation, and living conditions. These transformations can make it all too easy to look at someone else and feel a sense of lack or longing for what they have or appear to have. We see someone who seems healthier, wealthier, or more fulfilled, and in that moment, it can feel like we're somehow falling short. But here's the truth that often gets overshadowed by our insecurities. Comparing ourselves to others robs us of the beauty that lies in our own story. When we focus on what others have, we blind ourselves to the priceless treasures we already possess. There is power in shifting your gaze inward, where you can discover joy in the smallest of things, the moments with loved ones, the quiet triumphs of personal growth, and the deep well of gratitude that can flourish when you recognize your blessings. True happiness is never found in measuring your worth against someone else's. It is in honoring the richness of your own life, embracing the highs and lows of your unique journey, and acknowledging that where you are right now is more than enough. So, as you grow older, remember, true contentment isn't something that arrives when you achieve someone else's version of success. It blooms when you allow yourself to appreciate what you have, cherish your achievements, nurture your relationships, and above all, be thankful for the gift of your own life. Your journey is yours alone, and in accepting it, you'll find a sense of peace and joy that no comparison can ever provide. 17. Avoid overeating. There's timeless wisdom in the saying, "Eat just enough to be full, and live a long life." It speaks to the profound truth that how we nourish our bodies directly influences our longevity and vitality. Overeating, with its seductive allure, can quickly become a silent enemy to our health. It places an immense burden on the digestive system, leading to uncomfortable bloating, painful indigestion, and the gradual development of more serious, long-term issues with the stomach, liver, and heart. For older adults, whose digestive systems are often frailer, the consequences of overeating are even more dire. Not only does it strain the body, but it also heightens the risk of debilitating digestive troubles and heart-related ailments that can tarnish the golden years. The key lies in adopting a mindset of moderation, where every bite is a mindful choice. Seniors should aim to savor smaller, balanced meals that nourish the body without overwhelming it. This thoughtful approach not only supports digestion but also helps manage weight, reducing the likelihood of chronic health conditions that can lead to diminished quality of life. Including nutrient-dense, low-calorie foods in every meal provides sustained energy, helping to maintain a sense of vitality throughout the day. A gentle, leisurely walk after meals, something so simple yet profoundly beneficial, can work wonders for the digestive process, encouraging the proper breakdown of food, reducing unwanted fat accumulation, and nurturing overall well-being. By consciously managing food portions and embracing mindful eating practices, older adults can unlock the secret to not only living longer but living better, with strength, energy, and a renewed sense of joy each day. A life of balance, where nourishment and health go hand in hand, is within reach, offering a future filled with vitality and the freedom to embrace each moment to the fullest. 18. Steer clear of high-fat and high-salt foods. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to the foods we consume, and diet plays an even more pivotal role in maintaining overall health. It's essential to steer clear of high-fat and high-salt foods, as these can dramatically affect the delicate balance of our health. Diets rich in oils, excess salt, and saturated fats not only pose a significant risk to heart health, but also heighten the likelihood of developing high blood pressure, heart disease, and even diabetes. For older adults, who often experience a slower, less efficient digestive system, consuming heavy, greasy meals can lead to discomfort, bloating, and indigestion, while also exacerbating existing chronic conditions. The weight of these health burdens can take a toll, both physically and emotionally, leaving seniors feeling fatigued and less vibrant. Prioritizing a diet that is nourishing, balanced, and rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, and essential nutrients is a compassionate and necessary choice for anyone looking to age gracefully. These nutrient-dense foods are not only easier for the body to digest, but they also fuel our systems in ways that keep us strong and resilient, supporting our immune function and improving overall vitality. Alongside eating wholesome foods, staying hydrated is crucial. It's often overlooked, but water is the foundation of a healthy body, helping every organ, cell, and tissue to thrive. Furthermore, reducing alcohol consumption and cutting back on sugary drinks is equally important in this chapter of life, as these substances can drain our energy and add unnecessary stress to our bodies. Listening to our bodies and being attuned to their needs is a powerful way to safeguard our health as we grow older. By adjusting our diet thoughtfully and with care, we can ensure that our bodies remain nourished and capable, allowing us to enjoy the fullness of life with greater ease, joy, and a sense of well-being. Aging doesn't have to be synonymous with decline. It can be a time of vibrant health when we make mindful choices that honor our body's wisdom and keep us on a path to a healthy, fulfilling life. 19. Don't let negative emotions damage your health. Negative emotions, such as anxiety, anger, or deep sadness, can silently erode both your physical and mental well-being, leading you down a path of suffering that may feel impossible to escape. These emotions are not just fleeting feelings. They are powerful forces that, over time, can wreak havoc on your health in ways that you might not even realize. Studies have shown that an overwhelming 95% of all illnesses are directly linked to poor emotional states. Imagine the toll anxiety and anger can take on your body. Anger, for instance, ignites the release of destructive stress hormones, setting off a chain reaction that assaults your cardiovascular system, weakens your nervous system, and compromises your immune defenses. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. As we age, life's inevitable changes, such as declining health, financial struggles, or the loss of loved ones, can intensify these negative emotions, making them feel even more unmanageable. The weight of these challenges can push you into the dark corners of anxiety and depression, threatening to steal the joy from your life. But here's the truth. You do not have to succumb to this downward spiral. It's crucial to reclaim control over your emotions and to guard your inner peace fiercely. Learning to manage your mood isn't just a luxury. It's a vital practice for preserving your health, especially in your later years. In the face of life storms, turning to practices like meditation, yoga, spending time in nature, or nurturing social connections can serve as lifelines. These activities help you reconnect with yourself, ease the grip of negative emotions, and create moments of peace and relaxation. The act of choosing joy, of seeing the beauty in the small moments, is not only a balm for your soul but also a powerful shield for your body. A positive mindset doesn't just lift your spirit. It acts as a fortress, strengthening your health and helping you navigate the later years of life with resilience, peace, and vitality. 20. Exercise appropriately. Exercise is not just a routine, it's a lifeline to vitality, especially as we grow older. It plays a pivotal role in preserving not only our physical well-being but also our mental health. However, it's essential to recognize that not every form of exercise is suitable for older adults, whose bodies may be more vulnerable to strain and injury. High-impact or intense workouts can lead to debilitating injuries as our muscles and joints become more fragile with age. The good news is that there are exercises that can nourish both body and soul without pushing the body too hard. Gentle activities such as walking, yoga, tai chi, and swimming offer profound benefits, helping to build strength, flexibility, and balance, all while minimizing the risk of injury. These exercises empower seniors to maintain their mobility, reduce stiffness, and protect the joints and muscles from unnecessary strain. The key to reaping these benefits lies in consistency, making exercise a daily habit, even on days when the body feels tired. It's not about overexerting. It's about honoring your body's rhythm and gradually building strength. When seniors commit to a regular physical routine, the rewards are immense. They experience improved cardiovascular health, reduced blood pressure, strengthened immunity, and a dramatic reduction in the risk of chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. More importantly, regular exercise uplifts mental health, fostering a sense of well-being, joy, and connection with the world around them. Through mindful movement and deep listening to their bodies, seniors not only gain strength but also experience the profound beauty of living with grace, energy, and purpose. Exercise is not just about adding years to life, it's about adding life to years. Thank you for taking the time to explore the powerful benefits of exercise for seniors with us today. We've uncovered how even gentle movements can enhance both physical and mental well-being, offering a life filled with vitality and purpose. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What have you learned so far, and which piece of advice will you bring into practice in your own life? Please share one thing you've learned in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments, hit the like button, share it with others, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more valuable content. Let's continue to embrace the power of movement and live our lives to the fullest. Thank you for being part of this journey.